Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews. Today we're going to be doing Sugar Lips. Sugar Lips wine. They have a series, Sugar Lips series, and this is Stolen Kiss. Let me show you what we're talking about. Now, this is very sweet, and they suggest you serve it with a sweet dessert. So that means it's going to be real sweet, because the wine has to be sweeter than the dessert or it'll taste bad. It'd be like taking a sip of orange juice, which is fine, and then taking like a bite of a donut and then taking another sip of orange juice. Terrible. So, the wine always has to be sweeter than the dessert. What I like about this though is aged in bourbon barrels for 8 months. That's cool. This is a Concord grape. It's a Native American grape. It's the grape that's used for Concord jelly, Welch's jelly, or Welch's grape juice. The thing that I like about this wine, well, first of all, this winery is right next to Jephthah Creed. I mean, right next to it. Bourbon distillery. I'm assuming that's where they're getting their barrels from. I mean, you can walk to it. I've done it. I've done a couple videos on Jephthah Creed, and I've done a couple on this one here. And this winery is Talon, T-A-L-O-N. I like going there because I got the winery and then I got the distillery, right, almost on the same property. Very interesting. So, I showed you this. Think about this, say for. Got to use not only for the wine, for having a sweet wine, but some lips on there. What is this good for? You got a new going over your girlfriend or boyfriend's house. Valentine's Day, right? Use your head. If we look on the back, they have a sweetness chart. It goes 1 to 6, and you'll notice that this bad boy is all the way on the 6, so it's going to be sweet. The last thing I'm going to look for is the ABV, and it should be low, and I'm sure it is very low. This is in Shelbyville, Kentucky. I don't see the ABV. I'm going to put this at about 11.5 or 12% alcohol by volume. All right. Generally, the sweeter it is, the lower the alcohol, because the yeast didn't burn off all the sugar to rise the alcohol level. Now, that's not always the case. Sugar could be added later and all like that, but in this one, they don't do any of that, and so it's going to be a low ABV. It's going to be, like I said, 12 at the most, and maybe as low as 9. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to peel all this off, and look at the cork. It's got a real cork, but even here it's got the, if you can see it, the little lips. It says Sugar Lips and all like that, so they're going all out. Now, I've got a $2 wine corkscrew. But what I have right now, as you know, I have 10,000 corkscrews, but this is the one I grabbed out of the kitchen. Oh, I like that. So, it's got a nice color to it. We're going to see here in a second. There it is, Sugar Lips wine. Nice looking cork. All right. Well, let's pour it. Just wash the glass. Look at that. What color is that? I think kind of a cranberry. Cranberry. I used to grow Concord grapes. They grow great around here. They grow in New Jersey. They grow here in Kentucky. They grow most cooler climates in the United States. They always taste exactly like they smell. It's not always the case with wines. You know, the wine will be complex and always have some different smells, but not with Concord. If you have had Concord Welch's grape juice or grape jelly, that's exactly what that grape tastes like. That's exactly what this wine smells like. Now, I'm going to see what the bourbon barrel has done. Let's see. So we got the smell. Grape jelly. And since I raised it, the grapes, with the like if you pick it off the, it smells just like that. If you squeeze the juice, maybe a little bit of the vine and the stem, but basically that grape jelly smell. I'll tell you, usually this tastes exactly like the grape jelly. In this case, and it is sweet, but it doesn't taste as sweet as I would think it was, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm getting the wood and the influence from the bourbon, and it's adding complexity because, right, the wood's another taste, and the bourbon's another taste, and it's kind of countering the sweetness. Still sweet, but not candy sweet. You can still taste that bourbon coming through and that wood barrel influence. And so now it's very interesting to me, and I like it. So I guess with the bourbon, here's what this would be delicious with. Because of the bourbon influence and the sweetness that is there, dark chocolate would be great with this. Or nothing, just a sipper. This would be interesting to make a sangria. This would be, you can put ice in this. Okay, this isn't you serve it chilled. Okay, that's another thing. This is cold. So the colder it is, the less sweet it's going to taste. You want to do an experiment, try ice cream. Eat it frozen like you're supposed to. Let it melt and drink it. Ice cream is unbelievably sweet because when you freeze things, when you make things cold, it closes them up and you need the extra sugar to get through that cold. And the same thing with this. So this is chilled. I have this chilled cold, refrigerator cold. My refrigerator's cold. Not wine refrigerator, food refrigerator. So it's closed it up a little bit, but it's made it good because I don't like it that sweet and that extra chill. But like I said, you put some ice, that'll do the same thing. And I love the influence of the bourbon barrel. The barrel and the bourbon has added a nice complexity to this wine. So, Sugar Lips Stolen Kiss. Now, think about not only what you can use this for, like I said, just personal use, enjoying it. There's a romantic tinge to this, okay? Don't say I don't help you out in all aspects of things. Now, if you're new here, I should have mentioned in the beginning, check out my playlist because you may not know. You just found this. You don't know I do coffees and teas and liquors and obviously wines. And I do all kinds of reviews of all kinds of great products, and I have playlists, okay? And you look at those playlists and you will find stuff that you'll just love because I have some really interesting and cool things that I search far and wide for y'all. So, from Hillbilly Select Reviews, thank you for stopping by.